are living in highly dynamic times, and this dynamism calls for leadership that can adapt to change, confront challenges, and continue driving progress forward. The 2017 Ethiopian calendar year stands out as a period defined by visionary and decisive leadership. Despite numerous obstacles, the year was marked by remarkable achievements in diplomacy, economic reform, social development, technological advancement, and environmental sustainability initiatives. These efforts not only strengthened Ethiopia's standing on the regional and global stage, but also brought tangible improvements at home. Let us take a brief journey through the year, highlighting some of the Prime Minister's most significant engagements. At the core of Ethiopia's transformation stands the homegrown economic reform agenda, a bold blueprint for change championed by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. This vision was reinforced by a year of remarkable economic performance, showcasing the country's resilience and momentum. The past fiscal year was a fruitful period for reform marked by robust achievements that underscored Ethiopia's resilience. Preliminary estimates indicated economic growth of 8.8%, while export revenues soared to $8.3 billion, more than double the previous year's total. Net federal government tax collections surpassed 700 billion birr, strengthening fiscal stability and providing a foundation for future investments. Demonstrating a commitment to inclusive growth, the government allocated 60 billion birr for social safety nets, 331.5 billion birr for subsidies, and implemented salary adjustments for civil servants, measures designed to protect citizens from both domestic and external economic shocks. Under Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's leadership, Ethiopia's growth ambitions continued to materialize this year. The landmark Corridor Development Program was a centerpiece of this vision. It began in Addis Ababa with 4 major corridors in the first phase, followed by the introduction of 8 more in the second phase, launched in the 2017 calendar year and extending to major cities across the country. The Corridors Development Initiative in Addis Ababa represents a sweeping urban transformation strategy aimed at creating a greener, more connected and livable city. Across multiple projects completed in the 2017 calendar year, spanning key areas like CMC Goro VIP Road, Entoto to Arat Kilo, Ambassa Garage to Goro Square, Kazanchis, and the city's riversides, the developments share a focus on modernizing infrastructure, easing congestion, and enhancing public spaces. Each corridor integrates multi-lane roads with dedicated pedestrian walkways and cycling lanes, complemented by modern bus and taxi terminals, parking facilities, and standardized shops. Public amenities such as children's playgrounds, sports fields, and amphitheaters enrich community life, while investments in underground utilities, improved lighting, and stormwater systems ensure sustainable urban growth. Green spaces and revitalized riversides are central, promoting environmental health and resilience while supporting local commerce through renovated buildings and new commercial hubs. Together, these initiatives embody a vision of Addis Ababa as a smart, clean, and vibrant city where infrastructure development is closely tied to economic growth, environmental restoration, and improved quality of life for residents. Rural Ethiopia is also undergoing transformation through the Rural Corridor Development Initiative, which is reaching remote areas to improve infrastructure, create jobs, and foster inclusive growth. This nationwide effort aims to uplift rural communities by enhancing living conditions, promoting environmental stewardship, and encouraging self-sufficiency. The program emphasizes clean, organized, and visually appealing homesteads while supporting sustainable agriculture practices such as vegetable and fruit cultivation through initiatives like the Bounty of the Basket, or most commonly referred to as Yelemat Turufat. At the heart of this vision are low-cost model rural villages constructed with locally sourced materials, ensuring both affordability and community ownership, initiated by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed as part of the rainy season volunteer activities. By raising farmers' quality of life and inspiring the widespread adoption of healthy, dignified lifestyles, the initiative seeks to create vibrant rural environments that align with and strengthen the nation's broader development agenda. Yet, one of the boldest game-changing steps of the year is a landmark shareholder agreement between Ethiopian Investment Holdings, the strategic investment arm of the government of Ethiopia, and the Dangote Group, demonstrating Ethiopia's commitment to embracing private sector investment as a cornerstone of its transformation. Under this agreement, the two parties will develop a world-class urea fertilizer complex in Gode, Ethiopia. The $2.5 billion project is expected to produce up to 3 million metric tons annually, placing it among the largest fertilizer facilities in the world, and will create thousands of jobs, reduce Ethiopia's reliance on fertilizer imports, and strengthen food security. It will provide farmers with a reliable supply of fertilizer, addressing the long-standing challenges, and represents a decisive step towards achieving Ethiopia's food sovereignty. The fertilizer plant will not only enhance Ethiopia's competitiveness across the continent, but also reflects the government's commitment to executing strategic investments that benefit the nation and secure a prosperous future for its people. This major partnership follows on the heels of Aliko Dangote's decision earlier in the year to double the Dangote Group cement production capacity in Ethiopia, following direct talks with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. The ambitious plan aims to expand the existing plant's capacity to 5 million tons and channel fresh investment into the sugar industry, a move reflecting the government's commitment to creating a strong and welcoming investment climate.
የማዳበሪያ ፋብሪካ በጣም ሜጋ ፕሮጀክት ነው። ልክ እንደ ሌላ ህዳሴ የሚታይ ነው። ማዳበሪያ ከውጭ ስለሚገባ መግዛቱም ማጓጓዙም ማድረሱም በጣም ከፍተኛ ችግር ስላለበት ማምረት በሚገባ ልክ እንዳናመርት በተወሰነ ደረጃ ጫና ነበረው። ያንን ጫና ለመቅረፍ በሀገር ውስጥ ማምረትና በሎካል ከረንሲ መግዛት መቻል የኢትዮጵያን አርሶ አደሮች የረጅም ጊዜ ጥያቄ የሚመልስ ጉዳይ ነው።
Agriculture, the backbone of Ethiopia's economy, was also given continued priority in the 2017 Ethiopian calendar year. Large-scale irrigation projects were launched in Somali region, Afar and Oromia regions to transform drought-prone lowlands into productive farmlands. A milestone example was the Gode Irrigation Development Project, irrigating over 27,000 hectares in the Somali region. Similar activities in Afar and East Hararge of the Oromia region transformed arid landscapes into hubs of agricultural productivity. The flagship program Bounty of the Basket, or Yelemat Turufat, mobilized youth nationwide in poultry, dairy and honey production, while modern machinery improved efficiency. The program also strengthened food security endeavors, created new jobs and boosted community incomes. Ethiopia also recorded a historic breakthrough in the coffee sector, earning $2 billion in revenue for the first time, made possible through the expanded modern coffee farming centers and the Green Legacy Initiative, which promotes sustainable coffee production. In June of this year, the Green Legacy program mobilized millions of Ethiopians to plant seedlings throughout the season, with Prime Minister Abiy personally leading the one-day challenge in which 700 million seedlings were planted in a day, demonstrating his commitment to agricultural transformation and environmental sustainability. Moving on to industry, the 2017 Ethiopian calendar year was also the year Ethiopia showcased its industrial might. In the Amhara region, the Lemi National Cement Factory rose as a powerhouse capable of producing 150 quintals of cement per day, making it the largest facility in the country. Built in just 2 years, its cutting-edge automation reduced energy consumption and improved product quality. At its heart stood the world's tallest preheater, rising 174 meters into the sky. During the inauguration, Prime Minister Abiy called for greater private sector investment in steel, fertilizer and other industries, urging Ethiopians to replicate this bold vision of transformation.
በመላው ዓለም የሚገኙ ገንዘብና ዕውቀት ያላቸው ኢትዮጵያውያን የኢትዮጵያ መንግስት ግልጽ ፖሊሲ አለው። የኢትዮጵያን ችግር የኢትዮጵያን ተራራ መንግስት ብቻ ይፈታዋል ብሎ አያምንም። መንግስትና የግሉ ሴክተር በትብብር የኢትዮጵያን ስብራቶች የኢትዮጵያን ተራሮች ሜዳ በማድረግ የኢትዮጵያን ብልጽግና ለማየትና ለልጆቻችን የበለጸገች ኢትዮጵያን ለማውረስ በጋራ እንድንቆም አደራ ማለት ፈልጋለሁ።
This industrial progress also coincided with a historic shift in Ethiopia's energy strategy. For years, the cement industry relied entirely on imported coal. Since 2020, interventions reduced this dependency from 100% to just over 34%. The ET Minerals coal processing plant in Dauro zone, southwest Ethiopia, now processes 150 tons of coal per year, strengthening Ethiopia's energy independence and industrial security. The mining sector also experienced a great revival. Facilities like YMG Gold Mining in Oromia region and Ethno Mining in the Gambella region redirected illegal operations into formal channels, pushing Ethiopia's gold revenue to historic levels. On a different note, following the Prime Minister's visit to the Vietnam Toyo solar site and discussions with the company's leadership, including a commitment from the President to begin solar panel production in Ethiopia, that promise was also realized in the 2017 calendar year. At the heart of the Hawassa Industry Park, the facility is fully operational, producing solar cells of exceptional quality and scale through a highly automated system. This milestone marks a significant advancement for Ethiopia's manufacturing sector, with the plant expected to contribute substantially to export growth. 2017 was not only a year of industrial progress, but also a year of financial transformation. Ethiopia launched the Ethiopian Securities Exchange, or its stock exchange, modernizing the financial sector and broadening access to investment. Even in its pilot phase, transactions surpassed 100 billion Ethiopian birr, signaling a transparent, dynamic market for businesses, institutions, and citizens. The partial privatization of Ethio Telecom marked another milestone, allowing Ethiopian citizens to invest directly in Africa's pioneering telecom operator through 100 million shares offered via the Telebirr Super App, symbolizing a new era of inclusive economic participation. Ethiopia also laid the foundation for a future trade system driven by quality and innovation. The Quality Village, a national hub uniting Ethiopia's standards, meteorology, and conformity institutions, commenced when Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed was Minister of Science and Technology and delayed due to various obstacles, was inaugurated in the 2017 calendar year to help the country compete globally and reduce trade barriers. On the other hand, tourism emerged as a key development priority, with sustained investments making it a central pillar of the homegrown economic reform program. Historic landmarks such as the National Palace, Gondar's iconic Fasilides castles, and the Jimma Abba Jifar Palace have been carefully restored, while new scenic destinations like Benuna village near Lake Basaka have been developed and open to visitors. The Science Museum also launched its permanent exhibition section featuring 5 immersive areas on artificial intelligence, climate change, agriculture, hydropower, and aviation, showcasing Ethiopia's commitment to science-driven development. Now open to the public, the museum stands as a hub of innovation, exploration, and inspiration for generations to come. In recognition of efforts in this sector, Prime Minister Abiy was announced IGAD Tourism Champion for a period of 3 years. Within the sector, corridor development projects have also further enhanced livability in major cities, strengthening Ethiopia's positioning as both a cultural and conference tourism hub. Addis Ababa has hosted high-profile international gatherings, including the ID for Africa Summit, Ethiopian Tech Expo, and the World Without Hunger Conference. With the inauguration of the expansive Addis International Convention Center, the city has also solidified its status as a premier destination for global conferences and business tourism. The 2017 Ethiopian calendar year was also a year of compassionate leadership. The Prime Minister began the year by sharing meals with the underprivileged, a tradition he continues on each national holiday. The Oromia Abdi Boru Orphanage Center was also inaugurated to care for Ethiopia's most vulnerable children. Development projects were designed to benefit marginalized communities inclusively, reinforcing equity and social justice. In governance, the Prime Minister held national dialogues with businesses, teachers, doctors, media professionals, artists, and political party leaders, creating platforms for citizens to help shape national priorities. He also played a decisive role in implementing the Pretoria Peace Agreement, guiding a peaceful transfer of power in the Tigray region. Following extensive discussions that considered the Ethiopian Constitution, the Pretoria Agreement, and the perspectives of the diplomatic community, a new leader was appointed to guide the transitional government in Tigray, marking a historic step toward political stability, continuity, and development. Institutional reform accelerated with the launch of the Mesob One-Stop Service Center, offering a new model for citizen-focused government services. Designed to bring multiple federal services under a single roof, the center leverages advanced digital technologies to simplify access for the public, providing more than 180 different services through 23 federal institutions under one roof by the close of the 2017 calendar year. Integrated digital connectivity links all these agencies, enabling coordinated service delivery and ensuring that citizens experience a smooth and efficient process. The Mesob One-Stop Service Center represents a significant step towards modernizing public service and making government more accessible to every citizen. In the security sector, the Federal Police Forensic Investigation and Research Center of Excellence opened, equipped with advanced technology to conduct DNA testing domestically, a stunning leap from 18 months prior where samples had to be sent abroad. The unveiling of Skywind Aeronautics Industries, on the other hand, Ethiopia's first drone manufacturing facility, also represents a significant leap in the country's drive towards defense self-reliance. At this state-of-the-art center, drones with diverse capabilities are designed and built by a team of young Ethiopian professionals, marking a milestone in domestic technological advancement. The facility is not only a hub for production, but also a center for ongoing research and development. Efforts are underway to expand market reach and enhance local production of advanced smart sensor technologies, ensuring that the center remains at the forefront of innovation. This development, alongside the advancements at the Homicho ammunition engineering industry, underscores a strategic approach focused not only on fueling conflict but on deterrence. By strengthening domestic capabilities, the center aims to contribute to national peace and stability, providing a measured response to potential threats while securing the country's defense autonomy. Relatedly, and in technology, the Aero Abai drone manufacturing initiative is Ethiopia's newest effort to strengthen and diversify its drone industry. Its primary product is entertainment drones for light shows, a fast-growing global sector. Alongside this, Aero Abai will also manufacture civilian drones for agriculture, logistics, and environmental monitoring. With a production capacity of 3,600 drones annually, Aero Abai will expand Ethiopia's technological base, create jobs, and project national innovation and culture into the world stage. Diplomatically, Ethiopia's voice grew stronger in the 2017 Ethiopian calendar year. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed engaged with various global leaders throughout the year, visiting Ethiopia and through his foreign travels. Domestically, Addis Ababa hosted the 38th African Union Summit and co-hosted the United Nations Food Systems Summit, bringing together leaders from Africa and beyond. At the BRICS Summit in Russia, the Prime Minister strengthened ties with global powers, while relations with France deepened through visits by the two leaders to each other's respective countries. In visits to Italy and Vietnam, Ethiopia signed new agreements on trade, education, and civil aviation, including direct flights to Hanoi. In October 2024, he also visited Malaysia to reinforce bilateral relations, holding discussions with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim on trade, investment, agriculture, and sustainable development. As the year wound down to a close, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed hosted leaders for the second Africa Climate Summit in collaboration with the African Union. The summit showcased African climate solutions, unlocked scalable climate finance, and positioned the continent as a unified voice in global forums like COP30, the G20, and UNGA. The event concluded with the adoption of the African leaders' Addis Ababa Declaration and the launch of a flagship report, highlighting Ethiopia's pivotal role in advancing African-led strategies for resilient green development. Ethiopia further cemented its role as a hub for international diplomacy by hosting the CARICOM Summit, strengthening economic, cultural, and political ties and demonstrating commitment to South-South cooperation. Perhaps the most defining moment of the year was the inauguration of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, a powerful symbol of Ethiopia's resilience and determination and a historic milestone for Africa.
ዳሴ የትላንት ቁጭት ማሰሪያ የመጪው ንጋት ማብሰሪያ ነው። ይህንን ሐይቅ ንጋት ያልንበት ዋናው ምክንያት የኢትዮጵያን ጥልቅ ጨለማ ጥልቅ እንቅልፍ ያነቃ በመሆኑ ንጋት ተብሏል። ከዛሬ 5 ዓመት በፊት ዛሬ ያየነው ሐይቅ አልነበረም። ባለፉት 5 ዓመታት 74 ትሪሊየን ሊትር ውሃ መያዝ ችለናል። መጪው ዘመን ብሩህ ነው። መጪ ዘመን ብዙ ስራ አለን። በጋራ በትብብር አብረን ወደፊት እንድንቀጥል ጥሪ ያቀርባለሁ። እጅግ አድርጌ አመሰግናለሁ።
As the largest dam on the continent, the GERD is poised to transform Ethiopia's energy landscape and strengthen its role as a regional power hub. Covering a reservoir area of 172,500 square kilometers and capable of holding up to 74 billion cubic meters of water, the project includes 2 hydroelectric power plants with a total of 13 turbines and an installed capacity of 5,150 megawatts. The year 2017 Ethiopian calendar year was more than a year of progress. It was a turning point in history, from the towering Renaissance Dam to world-class factories and financial innovation. From agricultural reform to diplomatic breakthroughs, Ethiopia charted a new course. It was a year when hope was renewed, self-reliance became a shared dream, and a vision of prosperity began to take shape. A vision carried forward by bold leadership and the unshakable spirit of a nation determined to rise. We wish you a happy Ethiopian New Year ahead.